This is Skull and Bones. We're here on PlayStation 5 Pro. The game is indeed PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So yeah, Skull and Bones got a PlayStation 5 Pro enhancement. Didn't even realize it, I guess. And yeah, now the time to come in and play this game has come, and to revisit the magic of the first quadruple A released video game in gaming history. I know. I marveled at this game's release when it came out. I was like, wow, this is what quadruple A gaming's all about? And just flabbergasted, dumbstruck by the technology they were able to deploy in this game to hit that level of quadruple A. It's unheard of. And, yeah, this game is what I can only describe as a magical gem. So the idea was that they would create a pirate game, taking the technology from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, stripping all of the land stuff, except for walking around selling things, and then have you just kind of go on boats and do boat warfare in a sort of restrictive way. And, yeah, that's basically what we got there. I don't know if you noticed at the beginning, but it said subtitle text, which is kind of funny. Like it was like a temporary text thing. I don't know if you saw that at the bottom of the screen, but it was literally like subtitle placeholder text, and I was like, really? So yeah, hopefully you caught that, and well, actually, hopefully it showed up in the video at the bottom. But yeah, I was just kind of like, seriously, why am I back here? What? Why did I back on land? Did I click something wrong? I want to set sail. If I could. Yes, I want to get out of here. Oh, you know what the thing is? I clicked dock. I thought it was go off. Huh, that's hilarious. But anyways, yeah, you are running a pirate ship, which is kind of neat as an idea. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the concept of taking a pirate ship, managing your setup and your crew, and going off on, various adventures as you battle along. But, like, the whole game is just literally based around being on a ship. So you have like different ways to fire, depending on where you're fighting, and different ways to kind of do the same kind of mundane activities. I will hand it to Ubisoft. Like, they have supported this game pretty well from like a functional standpoint. But yeah, this game was just it wasn't what I wanted or what I expected, and it was just kind of like a really bizarre choice. It just wasn't a very good game. Yeah, and I mean, again, I know they've added content to it, and I know they've added things, but like, it basically feels sort of like Sid Meier's Pirates from way back in the day, but like with less functionality. Which is quite an accomplishment. And like I said, Skull and Bones, PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced. So what they're doing here is it's 4K resolution, but it's like temporal, and it's dynamic temporal from like 1440, but it is 60 FPS. So it basically, what they've done is they've combined multiple modes. So the base consoles had 2 graphical options. This one just has 1. And like, the results are better, but like the fuzzy water, the low murky visuals, yeah, those things are all still present within this game. Like, it's got HDR support. It's supposed to have console, keyboard, mouse support. It does have I guess it's supposed to have the ray tracing, but the ray tracing is like the ship. So, like, it's just, yeah, there's just, like, not really a whole lot to be like, wow, and stuff like that. So, like, it does look better than what I played at the launch to cover this, but it's still, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's still not really what I was kind of hoping for. Like, I was really wanting an ultimate pirate adventure. Like, when it launched, it couldn't even board other ships or anything like that. And there was, like, everything is, like, the usual Ubisoft stuff where it's, like, leveled parts of the water and stuff. So, like, you know, your ship levels and, you know, you kind of gotta grind various, like, weapons and tools and, you know, parts of your ship. And, yeah, I don't know about this one. It's just, like, it really didn't fit the bill for me, was the thing. So we'll do a little bit of combat so you get to see some action here, but I don't see that there's anyone else here, because I don't think anyone plays this game. Which is kind of funny, because like, you're in these lobbies, essentially. You're in these lobbies where it's like 20 players can kind of go at it. So you get these combinations of people roaming the seas. So, like, in theory, you know, there should be lots of other people that you're kind of interacting with. Am I out of shots on that side? No, that's not good. You know, I kind of would have thought that, wow, that water looks horrendous. I would have thought that I would have more items, considering, you know, how long I've been gone, or at least some level of cannonballs to use, mortar bombs, jettison. Yeah, probably not the greatest ideas. I'm leaving the world event. Sorry, I want to be a part of this. So, like, I don't know, there's just, like, a lot mechanically that I had issues with in this game. And, yeah, and then just, like, the results here. So I have cannonballs, but I don't have them for, like, specifically fighting here. I'm gonna let this go. Because, like, in theory, there should be other players, but I don't really see that there's other players, unless they're, like, in a more dangerous part of town, which could be the thing, you know. I'm leaving the event, the world event. I've got other activities to do. I'm sorry, game. I'm sorry. There was no one to help me with this event. I couldn't handle it emotionally. Well, mostly it was the lack of, you know, cannonballs and stuff. I was like, I can't do any damage. Wait, what is this? Now I'm shooting cannonballs? Oh, well, what is... Do I have ammo? Turn the ship around. Because it acted like I didn't have any cannonballs or anything. I think my ship's on fire anyways, like I'm dying. So I do have stuff on this ship, and then... anyways. Crew boarding, but this is like as far as boarding goes, is you just kind of wrap into it, and then it plays like a cinematic, and it's just like such a bummer, because like... the cool part of being a pirate would be like, at least I think, is when you get to do the boarding and the attacking and stuff. Well, I kind of want the, you know, the healing thing. I've got like all this food and stuff. A broken plank. Yeah, I think we could jettison that. And then take the, you know, at least the health thing, right? Not enough space. Oh, it's like overall space. Because, I mean, it's like health, right? Whatever, I'll get a health pack somewhere else. Oh, now you guys can shoot. Oh, I got all this ammo now, but I've already missed the interception thing of the... Okay, whatever, we're just gonna go... we're just gonna go this way. I'm done with whatever this is. And, like, there's, you know, some PvP stuff, there's PvE stuff. You're supposed to interact with others out there on the ships, and, you know, it's supposed to be like a social game if you can come across anyone to play with and experience the game with, and it's just like, as I said, it was a bit of a bummer. Like, it's got cross-play and cross-progression, which is great. So, like, you know, I played this on the Xbox side of things. I was able to jump on here and enjoy the magic of the PlayStation 5 Pro on this game. I don't even know when it got enhanced. I've been pretty on top of covering all the enhanced like games on PlayStation 5, and it's like I didn't hear anything about this. Not a thing at all. But yeah, like, I guess it happened and stuff, which is kind of funny. And I'm just sitting here being like, oh, okay, cool. So like, you know, it's got the modern sensibilities, it's got the modern, you know, ship stuff. You get to do all the sailing, and there's like quests and stuff, but like it's just like it's a rough game to play. Like I don't really see the point in it. I don't really see what's too necessarily like interesting about this from a gameplay perspective. Like it's just sort of repetitive. But if you're looking for another ship game that's got like ship stuff, this is sort of the pirate game for you, I guess. It's just weird. Like when you see when Black Flag came out well over a decade ago, that game was really cool and quite innovative, and you had the, you know, the boating, and you had the land stuff, and you had the Creed, and they were like, oh, we're doing like a spin-off for Skull and Bones, and then, you know, these people were like giving it awards at these showcases and stuff, being like, it's so neat. And it's like, I don't think I was ever able to actually get like hands-on on it, or at least I wasn't invited to that kind of stuff. And then like I got to see other stuff from them, but not that stuff. And then like nowadays, it's just sort of, I'm very confused as to what they basically just streamlined and stripped Assassin's Creed 4 of like all its character, all its you know, design and stuff like that. Is that who we're supposed to attack here? And it's just like I kind of ponder. That sucks. Well, at least my guys are singing to the end. I just like I kind of pondered like what exactly, you know, they were thinking with this game. Respawn at sea? I want to respawn at sea. Do I have the coinage for that? I think I do. To repair severe damage? Is there a dock nearby, or can I just go at it? We're gonna YOLO strats this thing. But yeah, it just seems like, yeah, sure, the boat kind of sails fine and stuff like that, but there's not really a lot for you to specifically kind of, like, there's stuff to do, but there's not, like, really interesting kind of stuff to do, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just really confused by this, because I was really hoping that this would be a lot more than it is. Wow, I just got, like, insta... That pirate ship just put me right in my place. I'll go back to the dock. They taught me a lesson, that's for sure. They taught me a lesson in pain. And I'm just kind of like... Oh, we're all the way back here, literally. Oh, okay. I was sort of interested in this game, and it was funny because it's like, oh, the first quadruple A game, and I was like, oh ho! You know, we all make jokes. I remember playing this at launch and just being like, okay, and then I was like, wow, this is just like one of those weird, kind of crummy, like, basically it plays itself kind of things. Because I was like, you do this stuff on foot, and you spend all this time, like, you know, you make like a pirate, you become a pirate captain, there's like a bit of a story thing. And then just like, what is the point of this? Like, you can't do, you know, there's no conflict on land, there's no, like, you're not doing anything else. It's basically just coming to do like a marker to sell stuff. Yeah, you're just here to sell things and then go off on your next journey. And it's just like, it's literally one of the dumbest concepts I've seen for you know, doing this type of a thing. Like it's just boring. Like this part of it, and the game in general is just like kind of boring and not entirely interesting. And it's kind of like it's a huge bummer to me because the idea that you would take, you know, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and make a game that's like literally focused, or the idea of it is literally focused on that specific part of the game, you would just think that like it would be of a better quality, if that makes sense. Like it would take the best part of that game and it would apply it to this game, this lone standalone thing, and it would just be like a lot of fun. Like it's cool, you got like a little funny like lemur thing going on, and you got your ship people, and it's like the idea was really neat. It's just the execution of it. I'm just like, why? And I also just like wonder how long this, like, why this took so long to make. It's just mind blowing to me because it's not a terribly complex setup. Like Sea of Thieves, you know, does something like this, but it's, to me, I find Sea of Thieves much more, you know, intriguing and engaging. And it's like here you just gotta go along, and it's like, oh, there's trees, and you can like harvest from trees as you're in your boat, and it's more like a boat management game than it is like an actual pirate game. Not to mention, you know, like narrative-wise, the interactions between like characters and the story, quote unquote, in this one is I remember being quite an interesting venture for sure. But yeah, it's like I don't really get the appeal of it. Is the biggest thing, and maybe there is like like several of you out there that are checking this out, and you're like, oh, I play this all the time. You know, it takes this to click and that to click, and maybe it just didn't click for me. But you know, I was streaming this at launch, I was covering it at launch, and I was sitting there, I was just like, kind of why? Like, it's okay looking. Like, the Series X, like, launch version of this game looked terrible. Like, this, you could see, like, the loading for the environment, stuff like that. Which looks really unimpressive, but, like, believe it or not, this is a markedly upgraded version of what I had played when this game kind of came out. And it feels like almost a bit of a fever dream. Going back. And thinking about, you know, this game's release and stuff, and then, like, where it is now. I forgot to get, like, cannonballs, didn't I? Well, that's a shame. That's okay, we'll move on from it. I don't need that kind of stuff. But, yeah, no, even the management and this whole thing just feels like a lot of micromanaging. Basically, it's like a little ship manager. It kind of at times feels like World of Tanks or something, or like War of Thunder, where you're kind of managing, having to have like supplies and stuff for your specific, you know, little ship in that, and it's just like, I just really don't understand what the appeal is for this game, and maybe there are other people that have played it a bit more and got even more into it, and they're just like, oh no, there's really cool stuff here. Whereas I just kind of look at this and I'm just like, I really genuinely do not comprehend the ideas of what they were going for with this one. Like, I get it, you're there to destroy boats and stuff and, you know, to be like a pirate, but like, it kind of removes the fun parts of being a pirate. Doing things on land that are pirate-like, boarding and actually battling on an enemy ship. Even Sid Meier's Pirates did that, like, over 2 decades ago. And then, like, you know, on top of that, the visuals not being, like, very impressive. Like, on the Pro, it's better, but it's still, like, not the best thing to look at. And it's just, like, the weirdest disappointment of, like, potential. And this took forever to come out, too. Like, it gotta be, like, what, a decade when this one was coming out after its initial, like, showcasing and stuff. Like, it's just, it's weird. It's very, very weird is what it is. And utterly disappointing, I would say for sure.